Hi, my name is Sheryl Kline. I'm a mental toughness coach, published author, speaker, and mother to a couple of great kids who happen to be high school and college athletes. This is the sixth in a video series titled A Parent's Guide to Mental Toughness for Teens. If you haven't had a chance to watch videos 1 through 5, they're pretty short and they would be a great place for you to start. I'm passionate about mental toughness training because when I was a teen, I did pretty well in my sport and I did pretty well in school, but in regards to academics, it was really stressful, especially with test taking. And in regards to my sport, I had a lot of trouble and a lot of anxiety before I went in to compete, especially during competitions that were really important to me. Since then, I've studied, researched, and worked with recreational to high school to college, all the way up to world-class athletes. And I now understand how elite athletes can do their best, especially in high-pressure situations. A strong work ethic is incredibly important. So working hard and studying longer and harder is really vital to success. But unfortunately, it's not enough. Teens need to learn to be mentally tough in order to do their best. They need to learn to manage their thoughts and emotions, especially in high-pressure situations. So here's a story about a tennis player. He was a high school athlete, and during a match one day, he kept double faulting. He was really frustrated, and he kept saying a couple things to himself in his head. The comments were, "I can never get a serve in," and "I'm completely incompetent." Well, sayings like this, they're pretty normal. It's just that they're not too helpful when it comes to doing your best. As a matter of fact, when you repeat these things over and over, teens are actually practicing the very thing that they don't want to do. So self-talk is when a teen talks to themselves. It's their internal voice that can make them feel invincible or helpless or somewhere in between. These things, if they practice over and over, they eventually believe them to be true. These thoughts are shaped by family, friends, peers, coaches, and other people of influence. So there's a couple things that you can do to encourage your teen to have good self-talk that will eventually encourage their best performance. First, encourage them to have a resilient voice. What this means is to encourage them to think that their errors and setbacks are normal, but they don't define them. Losing and errors are events that occur in a certain period of time. They do not mean that a player is terrible or incapable of being great. Second, have teens establish a can-do voice. That means even in the face of a setback, they should think, "I can do this no matter what." And finally, encourage teens to have a positive voice for themselves. In other words, take out what they did right and not worry about the things that didn't go so well. Here's a parent tip. Make sure your teens know what being resilient means. It means acknowledging an emotion and knowing that it's okay, but acknowledging it and then moving on from it and committing to doing better next time and focusing on 1 or 2 controllables. So getting back to the teen tennis player, after working with him for a little bit on self-talk, he then made some adjustments, started focusing on the technical aspects of how he could get better, and consequently his first serve percentages went up, fortunately. So if you found this video helpful, I encourage you to pass it along or share on Facebook. With your help, your team can learn to be mentally tough and do their best consistently. Thanks for watching. Next time, we're going to talk about high-resolution imagery training and how teens can use it to their advantage.